Okay, welcome back everyone to episode 3. As I mentioned on the last episode, these have been very popular with everybody, so we're just going to keep running through them until we run out of members, which is hopefully going to be a long, long, long ways down the road. So welcome to our episode 3 of Meet the Members for our Life of the Turn community. Today we have TJ, and I'm really excited because TJ, you and I are fellow lefties.
Yep.
Spoiler alert there. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. So introduce yourself, tell us who you are, and then we'll get into the next bit.
Okay. So, like Jamie said, I'm TJ. I am a lefty golfer. I am a little strange because while I golf left-handed, I write right-handed. So I am messed up. So lots of problems there. I am married. I've been married about 18 years this November. We have two daughters. One just turned 13. So lots of challenges there with a teenager in the house. And then I have a 8-year-old daughter also. They will go out to the garage and hit some golf balls with me, so it's fun to see them trying to get into that a little bit. And then we also have two dogs, which I know you've probably seen throughout the forum. Just lots of craziness with the dogs that we have. We have a husky who's a little bit older, and then we just got a golden retriever puppy who,
Mhm.
come to find out, is like having a toddler and a newborn all at the same time. Doesn't sleep, but gets into everything and tears it up. So lots going on in this household right now.
I don't miss puppy days at all. As cute as
No,
they are so much work.
they are so much. That is true.
So tell me about your golf game. Where's it at? What are you working towards? Go from there.
Yeah, so I actually feel like my game is in a pretty decent spot right now. Probably scoring the best I have and hitting the ball as well as I ever have. Been playing for a long, long time, but just over the last few years, really started keeping a handicap with the league that I play in. So probably 3 or 4 years ago, it was around a 12 to 15, and right now I just broke 8.
Nice.
So going pretty well, trending the right direction. Um, it was funny, many, many years ago, never actually really practiced. It was like just go play every 2 or 3 months and wonder why there was no improvement in the game. Always shooting like the mid 80s to low 90s and just getting frustrated with it. So the last few years, been actually been able to play quite a bit more, and then actually spend some time hitting balls into a net in the garage with the Rapsodo
Okay,
and understanding launch characteristics and just how far the ball's carrying and just getting that practice in, which has definitely helped.
for sure. And what's in the bag right now?
So the bag has changed a lot. So as of today, have a TaylorMade QI10 driver. That is pretty safe at this point. I was reluctant to go to the carbon faces after seeing
Mm.
and hearing a lot of issues over the years, but finally made the jump and super happy with it. It's performing well for me. And then have the matching 3-wood, so the TaylorMade QI10 3-wood. From there, I just got into the QI10 Tour 5-wood. That's
Okay,
been a little bit of a tough spot for me over the last few years. So happy to find something that fit into that gap there very nicely. It has to be probably one of the worst sounding clubs off the face, but it performs very well for me. And then I have a Strixon ZX Mark II 4 utility.
okay.
Um, and that club is so awesome. Like if you hit it the center of the club, it just feels so pure. And then I'm still gaming the Wilson Staff Model CB 5-iron through pitch and wedge.
Okay.
And those clubs are great. And then still have the Wilson wedges, the 50, 52 bent to 50, then the 56 and 60. And then for the putter, I have the TaylorMade Spider Tour X.
Okay, nice. And importantly, golf ball.
So I actually am using the Titleist ADX. It's the
Okay.
2024 model.
Yep.
So I did a while ago the mystery test with that and found it performed well for me and was happy with it. So decided to stick with it for the last couple of years.
It's a little bit of a unicorn golf ball. It's a lot of fun to use, though, like you said. Um, if you're ever looking for a slightly cheaper alternative, I might have a few suggestions for you, but we'll leave that for another discussion.
That's a whole other topic. You can turn your turn on that one.
Exactly. Uh, and so, as I've asked the other guys so far, um, what do you like about being a member within our community at Life of the Turn? What's the draw to you? What do you enjoy about being a member here?
I mean, so honestly, it's just the people, right? I mean, I'm not a big social media guy, and my wife says I am not a people person. Don't find many people I get along with. Um, but just the people here, just truly amazing. The daily interactions with everyone, the back and forth. Everyone's so welcoming, and there's just so many nice people throughout the forum. Going to some of the outings previously, my wife was giving me a hard time because she was like, "You're going to play golf with a bunch of random people you met online." It was like, "Yeah," and she thought it was absolutely crazy. And then same thing the next year, going to a hotel, staying with people that I had never really met before, and she's like, "What's wrong with you?" Which I had no issues with it, so I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but like I said, just the interactions with everyone here. Everyone's so helpful, inviting. So it's really nice to see the growth and new people jumping on board and getting involved throughout the forum.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean that answer has been somewhat unanimous, but it really does hit home at what we're trying to build here. What we're trying to do on a larger scale is build something that is community first and foremost. And I'm glad that you feel that way because it means what we're doing is working. And I think maybe what's the favorite question for everyone that we've asked is, what are your favorite threads?
Oof, there's quite a few. Trying to, I'll say, narrow it down a little bit. I'll say the "How
Sure.
did you play" thread.
Okay.
Really like seeing how people do out on the course and just hear the stories about their rounds and just what's working, what's not working. The other one is just what have you bought recently? Because who doesn't like any kind of shiny new toy? Um, get a little envious of people that have the new products they're showing up, like Jamie may have. So yeah, so just seeing those is just really nice. And then probably those are probably the, I'll say, my favorite active threads. The one probably not really as active much anymore is the Masters thread.
Mm,
Just watching
yeah.
that golf tournament and just going back and forth with everyone throughout the thread was just truly amazing. I mean, the golf was truly amazing, but that was probably the most fun that I had watching a golf tournament overall, just interacting with everyone there.
It was like an online sub watch along. Like
Yeah,
it was like we were all in the same room watching along everything together, but that room was a thread on the internet and we were
yeah.
spread across different continents. So
And it was
yeah,
funny to see some of the comments come in a little quicker. So it's like your feed came in a little bit sooner than someone else's.
exactly. Next time we might have to just streamline. Everyone watches like this channel or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I think those are some great threads. It's funny because the how'd you play and the what have you bought lately, those have come up within with the other guys as well. So definitely those are some of the popular ones. And I think again it speaks to what we are as a community is we are a community of regular golfers that enjoy talking about when we play and we like talking about the gear that we drool over or are playing or I don't know any of that. So um, TJ, any last like little parting thoughts that you have that you'd like to let anyone else know? And who are you calling out for your next member to jump on?
Yeah, so no real closing thoughts. Again, just thank you for having me here, Jamie. This is awesome. You're an amazing host with this. So I know you've done a couple of these so far. So next one I would call out would be James, aka Papa Three Putts. I think
Okay,
he would
I
be a
like it.
great guest to have online.
Yeah, no, I definitely like that. And um, we got to talk about his three putts too. See if we can get that down to two
Yeah,
putts.
we
But
we need to get that fixed.
wonderful. Well, TJ, thank you so much. Really appreciate having you on, and thank you for being the third member. And we have a lot more members, so we have a lot more of these episodes coming.
Yep. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate it.